Welcome back to the Carolina Beat, everyone. I'm in studio here with Josh London from State Farm, and we're talking all about home insurance. And one of the things that I love doing here, Josh, is getting to know the local community and the local business people. But we send out a questionnaire to some of our viewers, and we talk about the topic that we're going to talk about.
Perfect.
And we ask them to send in questions.
Awesome.
Is that all right with you?
Of course.
Okay, so let's start off with, will it cost less to insure a newer home compared to an older home? Now that I think could be a double-edged sword, because a 100-year-old home would be different to a 20-year-old home.
Correct.
In pricing, no?
Definitely. It depends on the carrier, so all carriers can be different, but with State Farm, we give a really nice discount for newer homes because the utilities are all brand new. New heat, new air, new wiring, new plumbing, new roof, less likely to have a claim. Okay,
now do most policies cover only to a certain age of a home?
Some carriers have limits. We do not, as long as the home's been updated and maintained. The age of the home is not as much of a concern for us.
All right.
But that can definitely come into play.
I think I may have answered our next viewer's questions. Are all home policies basically the same?
They are not. There's some similarities from carrier to carrier, but there can really be a big difference in the coverage, the type of replacement they provide, and then the claim service as well.
Okay. I just went through this, everyone at home, back home in Australia. We had a big storm and the roof came off my 120-year-old farmhouse. I didn't know what to expect through the claim. It was exhausting. It was hard for me. What can our viewers expect when they go through a claim process?
Sure. Claims are never fun, right? It means something tragic has happened in your life. What we try to do is make that process as simple as possible. An adjuster is going to come out and look at the damages, come up with estimates. And in the meantime, you're going to be looking for contractors to make the repairs.
Now, what about the turnaround? This is my question.
Sure.
What about the turnarounds? Is there different times for different type of claims?
Sure. We just went through Hurricane Florence here last year. And when you're talking about the sheer volume of claims that came through in this area, not even with State Farm, but from an industry-wide standard, well over 100,000 claims came through.
Here, in this market.
In this market area. You can bring in as many claims adjusters as possible, but there's only so much they can do. So they treat it almost like an emergency room, and they triage. So they're going to go to the worst case scenarios first, the people who cannot live in their home, to get them taken care of, and then they work their way down the list.
I think as a community, we don't mind the worst case scenario being looked after first.
The community was great with this. I think we saw a lot of patience, a lot of caring, and understanding.
Because everyone was feeling the same.
Correct.
And you knew someone that was damaged.
That's right.
Yeah, alrighty. What are endorsements, and are they important? What are endorsements?
So endorsements are additions to the policy, kind of things that don't come standard with the policy.
Such
that you can, sewage backup. So sewage backup is generally excluded from the policy, so you can add an endorsement to cover that. That's an example. Identity theft restoration. That's an endorsement that you can add to the policy.
Okay, what's the easiest way to reduce my monthly premium?
Sure.
Can I guess that one?
Okay.
Pay it all in advance?
There's a small discount. We don't really do a lot for pay in full. Probably the two biggest ways I would say is one, bundling your policies. So most carriers will offer a really substantial discount if you have auto insurance and home insurance together. And then the other is to really look at the coverage. Do I have too much coverage on my house, or is the coverage appropriate for me specifically? And then sometimes you can tailor it down that way.
Determining what's right.
Exactly.
That's why we have a local man like you.
That's exactly right.
Thank you, Josh, so much.
Thank you.
If you
Appreciate
want to find out more, there it all is up on your screen, everyone. We're going to have more interviews with people like Josh all throughout the year. It is important to find out what is happening locally. There it all is. Josh London, State Farm, back after this short break, everyone. You are watching the Carolina Beat.